the Swan Gang Racing channel.
What's up, fellas? So, we got some things we got to talk about, guys. Old Blue Chew, she did her job. She got us past that first round. And I already know Cleet is gunning for us. He already let me know that he is calling me out at the next deal. And we have some upgrades that we need to make to be able to make sure that we can get down to that 950 index. Now, the index may change, but we got to at least be able to get to that 950 and then hopefully be able to control this thing to be able to run a number whenever we need it to. We got this thing to run some bottom 10s. I want to get it in the 9s. To do that, I talked with Dr. Tunamall and I talked with Jack Stan Jimmy, and there was a few other down there that we were dealing with, and we came up with a game plan. And they told me I need to order a bunch of stuff. Can I go order it all right now and pay for it and do all that? Yes, but I don't want to do that because like I want to build something with this truck. I'm having a blast with it. I don't want to just funnel and dump money all into it and turn it into a big on race project, I guess you want to say. I want to gradually build with it, see what we can do. Can we go put another turbo on it? Can we do something different, make it faster? Can we go put a bigger engine in it? Of course. But that's not what the intentions were with this setup. So we are going to list off some things that they told me that I should really look into. And then I think we need to come together and let's figure out which ones are most important. What do we need to change first? What are we realistically able to change, in a timely manner to get ready for that next list race? I'm very fortunate to be able to even be on the list. I can't thank Victor and Cletus enough for allowing us to come out there and do that. We met a lot of great people out there, and Blue Chew she's already living up to her name. So what I'm going to do is, I've been reading the comments. I've been learning. And this 7.5-inch rear end that's in here, stock rear end setup, y'all keep telling me is not going to work. So I reached out to a few companies and was able to get some insight. People were saying you should go with an 8.8. Some were saying you should go with a 9-inch. We did link up with Quick Performance, and we are going to work together on figuring out how to get a 9-inch setup inside Blue Chew. I still want to drive it on the street. I still want to have fun with it, but I want to be able to go to the track, make some rips, and then turn around and go home. So talking with Nate, we talked about it. I said, what's the game plan for the truck? What do you think we got to do to be able to pick up, to be able to go that 950? So he listed off some things. He said the weakest link is the rear end that's in the car, which hearing all y'all's comments, that was right on the head. And I read every comment, guys. He said we need to put a bigger turbo. He said he believes with this setup that we can run a bigger turbo. We need to get bigger fuel injectors because we're going to run out of fuel. We have no way to data log anything inside the car with the Holley setup. So what we were running out there at Bradenton is just what it was running, and that's it. We couldn't see what was going on down the track. We don't know if it's fat in some areas, if it's lean, or if the tune-up's just 100% off. We do not know that because we cannot log nothing down. So we did get some part numbers. We did reach out to Holley. We are getting some stuff to figure out what the game plan is. But I want to ask y'all, out of those 4 items, which one do you think is going to be the most important? Because, like I said, I'm going to be making changes. I'm going to bring y'all, with me the whole entire process. We are going to continue to keep having fun with this truck. We got Jesse a suit. Let me go ahead and talk about that real quick. We're getting Jesse a suit because I'm going to let him make some rips in this thing. It's going to be fun. I think it's, it ran perfect. It ran flawless. It's very safe. So we got the 9-inch rear end, the bigger turbo, the ECU, and the injectors. Out of those 4 items, which one do you think is the most important to go ahead and do? And what, in a timely manner, I guess you want to say. What do you think, Jess?
Timely manner?
Because we got a race. And literally, we got a race in 9 days.
Yeah. Depending when the rear end shows up, honestly, as long as everything comes out simply, I think it might be a day or 2 process just to do a rear end. Rear end, drive shaft, all that. The other stuff, I wouldn't really rush into it.
Well, I'm definitely getting data log.
Data log.
Is it data or data? I say data.
Everyone's is different.
Data log.
Depends on how the wiring is.
I think it's going to be a simple deal. They told me
simple.
it was a simple add-on to be able to do that. Let's go ahead and open this thing up real quick. So the way this is set up, so I don't know which one this is in here. There's a Holly. I think
This
is
is
that
the Terminator.
so it's a Terminator, and then they have a Dominator,
Yeah, the Dominator.
a little bit more extreme.
It's more chunkier.
Okay, so this one is the Terminator, guys, and basically what's going on is that we're not able to log anything, so Nate wasn't able to go in there and mess around with it. So what we did was got a hold of Holly, and we have it on order to be able to get in there, but we're just trying to see which one's going to be the easiest one to change out first. But we also have to be able to try to pick up a second.
Yeah.
Got to be able to go 950s. Now, like I said,
Like if we get the data log, data, and Nate can see all that information,
I think he can pick us up.
Tune it up.
Yeah, because like, dude, we just
Without
ran
us-
what was there.
Yeah, without.
He also had me. He has.
Plus, we don't know what the class is gonna do. It's coming up.
Dude, it can go to 1020s next
Yeah, that's
race.
what I'm saying.
We don't know.
So Nate just needs to turn it up a little bit.
Now, listen. He did tell me to get a boost controller.
That I probably would do before this race coming up.
He want to be able to control the boost or something. Just give it all of it.
No.
What do you mean?
You don't want to do that to these LS.
Dude, come on, man. He got just give it all.
But
She can handle it. I promise you.
Nah, we're on stock head start.
I promise you, Blue Chew can handle it.
I seen what Garrett did to Ruby on stock head starts.
What happened?
It pushed the head gasket.
All the way. Let's pop the hood real quick. Let's pop the hood. We even got another surprise for y'all guys when we get done talking about this real quick. We're gonna go to the back side of the shop because we purchased something else. I was loving this deal so much. I said, you know what? I gotta have me something else. But
That one's a long time coming.
so we're in the process of getting a boost controller.
Yep.
We are gonna have the data log deal. We are figuring out how to do a rear end swap. We're just seeing which one comes here and which one is more feasible. I already know we got to run Cleat. He is sticking with the Corvette.
Yeah, he's
I'll
sticking
say.
with the Corvette.
So
He's
he
not-
went.
He's doing upgrades to it.
Oh
See,
man.
He's doing a clutch. Some
So I was about to say. I think he went 9.
He went 957. First.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh god, dude. Well, come on, man. We can't. We got to.
Which that's chalked him.
See,
But-
we don't need no boost control. We need all the boost.
No, we need a boost controller to keep it control.
We need all the
Especially if
boost.
you want to put a bigger turbo on it, you gotta control that bigger turbo.
We're working on it, guys. We're getting that. We're leaving today to head out to test our more extreme cars. You know, we finally got everything running. That's one thing me and Jesse talked about, dude. We left that race last Thursday, got back home, was back in the shop on Friday, and dude, we were working on the cars in the shop, and we're like, man, what are we doing here? Let's go out there and work on Blue Chew. Like,
Gave me the itch.
I know, like, man, I'm telling you right now, this is the most fun that we have had in a very, very long time. And listen, I have fun running my other stuff too, but just to be able to go out there, it was stress-free. You're not worried about if the car's going to go down the track or not. You're not worried about, anything can happen as in hurting a motor or stuff, but you're not worried about if that thing's going to go out there at 11,000 RPMs and sling a rod out.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of stuff that goes into it. But we are leaving today because we are going to test Moneybag, which is the Green Pro Mod, and Todd's car today down at Bradenton Motorsports Park, get a couple rips in, and get ready for our first race at Darlington this weekend. We then have to come home from Darlington, make some changes on Blue Chew, and get ready for next Thursday's Test and Tune list race. And hopefully we don't get beat by Garrett. He went 954?
957 now.
Or nine-
151 miles an hour.
Dude's got me beat by 20 mile an hour.
We'll figure it out.
Gotta turn the boost up.
That's what I just said. Give it all the boost. And
Well, that's
Jesse's over here like,
No.
dude, we gotta go ahead and monitor it.
That's what the boost controller's for.
I don't need a boost control. You don't know what boost controller I got, Jesse? This right foot.
No.
You need a boost controller. There's no boost controller?
No.
Nah.
But you need a boost controller.
See?
You can even do a manual one.
Yeah, I have a boost controller. I know Nate said something about a CO2 bottle. I don't know if we're gonna do all that or not, but
I need to order that. I'm glad you
Yeah.
reminded me. I gotta get with Motion Raceworks.
we'll do that.
Order a CO2.
I have an extra one.
Okay.
And then we can put more boost to it because they'll have actual CO2 to.
Why you put nitrous on this thing?
Huh?
Okay, now Todd's trying to.
Because that'll help you get off the line.
This
and
guy.
and have it turn off.
This
That's
dude's
why I
trying-
did my Supra.
This dude's trying.
Steven did say something.
This dude's trying to get me to blow my stuff up.
Oh, it's like a 75 shot. That's all. I did that in my Supra. It
You
just
cool
helps
do
you
it
get you
in
off the
it.
line. It helps you spool
No,
up faster.
honestly, I don't think we need
Oh
it.
boy.
We have cleat in the 60 foot.
Was
He
it
just-
a turbo car too?
No.
Nah, his is a Pro Charger.
Pro charge car, but he's a clutch car.
Then how's he have you on? Oh,
But
Yeah.
he is putting an upgraded clutch in it.
Yeah. So.
no. You
I don't
gotta
know
do a
if
boost controller.
Definitely a boost controller.
Yeah, I would just. 50 shot.
All right, Steven.
All right, guys, we're doing a little bit of work on prenup. The first race we took it to with the new wrap, it's a little dirty right now. We are going to get it all cleaned back up, get ready for the next race. But we were at South Georgia. We went to the semifinals. We were having issues with it breaking the blower belt, but we were having even bigger issues with trying to get this car fired up. And that's where I had to get on the phone. I said, this is never going to happen to me again. I went ahead and let Travis know. I let my dad know. I will figure out what the issue is. I will get the problem fixed, and we will be better for the next outing. I think the two-step is what was causing that. I think it was so violent on the two-step and that air up there, it was just messing us up. So I got with Dad. I asked him if we could throw a little bit of fuel in the motor on the two-step, try to calm this thing down. So we're already gonna go past that. We are planning on testing Thursday night to figure out if everything's good. The biggest problem we had was trying to get this car fired up. We've had issues in the past with this thing slowly turning the engine over. How these setups are, basically, they have to read a certain RPM for the cam sync to fire the coils to be able to give spark to the engine to be able to fire up. Hey, we need to put a charger on those batteries. Okay, good. Jesse's on it, boys. Man, Jesse is killing it right now. So really, this thing needs to be registering like 350, 400 RPMs to be able to do that. When we were firing it up in Georgia, we just couldn't get it fired up. Dude, this thing wanted to register over 100 RPMs, and it just wasn't turning the motor fast enough. So that's where I thought about, should we get a different battery? I reached out to a few people that run it. They told me they make a 24-volt series that you use just for the starter. So we're talking about doing something like that too. The other thing is new starter. I put a new Mazir starter on there. It didn't seem like it helped it. I got linked up with Bohr Racing Products, and they sent me a new starter that they want me to try on there and see if it does make a difference. So that's what we're going to do is we're going to just swap the starters out real quick. We're going to turn the engine over and just see what this thing will do. I'll throw a clip up here real quick as in what we had going on in Georgia, and you possibly hear the difference.
First action here in the right hand side. How about it? Number 20 is the model year that.
If that doesn't seem to work, we're going to move over to the battery cables. We've already moved the batteries from the rear of the car to the front of the car. So we shortened up the cables because I thought maybe the leads were too long. But, that didn't seem like to help it. So we're going to do the starter first, and then we're going to move over to the battery and cables. And then, like I said, worst case scenario, they do have a 24-volt system that will just give this more power than it ever needs to be able to turn it over, especially in the colder air. When it's warmer out, we don't really have an issue. It was just when it was cold out, maybe the oil was a lot thicker. This thing was just not registering 100 RPMs, and it was slowly turning over. So we're gonna go ahead and do some unboxing, figure out what we got, and let's get some parts swapped out. All right, guys, so it took us a little bit of time to get everything in there, but shout out to our boys over at Bohr. They're the ones that build the blower hats. They get us all set up for all our nozzles and stuff. But my boy Alex was like, listen, man, let me send you this new starter we're working on, and let's see what it does. I had to make sure we test fired it before we came on here, but I was blown away on just the difference in the sound. Y'all seen the first clip when we were in Georgia, And dude, we couldn't get this thing to register over 100 RPMs. And like I said earlier, it takes a certain amount of RPMs hit, which I just found out the number to hit is 250 to 300 RPMs before the cam sync will send signal to be able to fire the engine. We went ahead and spun this thing over and it registered 600 RPMs like that. So what we're gonna do is now see if it'll fire up. We spun it over, we made sure everything was good, it registered RPMs, I was happy with that. Now we're going to fire prenup up, go through, make sure everything's good because we gotta get it all nice and warm so Jesse can go through, drain the oil, and get this engine ready and car ready for next week. Once we get it fired up, we get everything going. But I'll get underneath here real quick, I'll show y'all. I had to cock the starter a little bit different than what we got. You know, the Mazir is right here. We're going to show y'all the new starter that we're putting on there. And just by hearing the way it sounds spinning over, it's 10 times better. So let's get on there and look at that thing real quick. So as you can see, guys, we got the new starter on there. Dude, the thing looks like a starter you get from Napa. Yeah. Not gonna lie. like it looks like a starter that could be on the Blue Chew out there, the S10. Might be. But they got a nice little billet piece that goes inside. But we're gonna go ahead and fire this thing up. Once we get it fired up, Jesse will drain the oil like I was saying, and we'll get underneath here. We're gonna clean everything up and make sure prenup is 100% good, ready to go. We got a new belt on the front of her. We got some fuel in the hat and the blower. Hopefully it doesn't break again. And hopefully this starter helps us out. The only thing that I do not really like about it is you see that little blue connector coming out? They have like a little piece in there. What that is that it gauges, or that gives it power to engage the starter to the flywheel. And that thing being, you know, soldered on where the other one is like bolted on, I feel is a little bit better. So we're gonna get with our boys over at Modern and see if they can do something for us. But good thing about it is the track that we're going to is not too far from Modern Racing. So if we need to get something done, we'll be able to get it done. But shout out to Cameron Johnson Race Cars for welding up our titanium headers that we had a couple cracks on. Now we're able to go through and fire this old girl up. Ready? Now you go ahead and go through to drain your oil. You don't have to drop the pan, but you definitely need to take the oil line off. Get all the oil out. I got latches coming. That thing's leaking on the inside.
Yeah, we need to make that.
So all I'm gonna do,
like a puddle in there now.
So I just need to unhook the line and let it blow out. We'll take an air hose, blow it real quick. It's just probably just holding over time. What he's talking about, guys, is inside here. There's a line that goes from the back of the intake that goes to the back of the ECU. Basically tells the ECU what kind of boost the engine's making, so it can add timing, take timing away. Whatever you do, you don't want this line to fall off, and that's the reason why we try to zip tie it. Knock on wood. Let me knock on my head real quick. We don't want that thing to fall off. All right, guys, we got another piece to the puzzle. We just got our package in from Mark Mickey, FedEx guy. He's taking a look around. It's not too often you get to come to a shop full of race cars, is it? No, sir. He's having a good time. We got to get this training converter put down inside money bags. We got some data, but we are doing some little different stuff with this car. Yeah. We ain't gonna be just leave it. Little slight changes, but so we're gonna go ahead and get that thing all turned over. Starter sounded great on the other car. For this car, for this weekend, we're just going to use this one.
I think this one will be
Yeah, so let's just go ahead and do that. Once we get that in there, we're going to measure a drive shaft, get Wow's drive shaft, and figure out what we need to do. But you in the cars? You like them? He loves them. He loves them. Man, if you were here 15 minutes ago, you would have heard him fire up. Yeah, we just drained the oil out of that one over there, so I wish I could have fired it up for you. If you ever come back here again, I'll fire it up for you.
You on YouTube?
Yep, Justin Swanstrom. You can go over and watch all our videos. So, guys, we're going to go grab some lunch real quick. When we get back, we're going to throw this transmission converter inside this car and get everything ready, and then we're going to fire this one up at the end of the day to make sure it's ready. We'll see you later, buddy. Thank you. But big shout out to Mark Mickey for making it happen. I called him up on Monday, want to try a different ratio to different setup. What does he think? He said, this is what I would go with. I said, well, you're the expert, buddy. You're the expert, so let's go with whatever you say. He said, I can have one there, and you can see it showed up. Big shout out to FedEx Express, getting everything ready. So here's Todd's setup, guys. He has a bigger trailer, but just because we're going testing today, we're going to do that. But I want to show y'all something real quick. We purchased another piece. It is a 1986 Cutlass, guys. It's just a roller. It's got an 850 cage in it. TRZ front uppers and lowers. DA front shocks. AFCO rear shocks. It's got RC comp wheels on it. Woo! So what we're gonna do is do a little project deal with this car. I'm telling you, man, I told you, I'm all in. I'm eager. We're gonna go ahead and fix this thing up. We're trying to figure out what power plant we want to go with. If it was up to me, I would like to do either a twin turbo LS or like a Pro Charger setup. So I want y'all to drop a comment down below. What do you think we should put inside the Cutlass? And then one of these days, I'm not gonna lie to you, I've been in there looking at it. I want to figure out how to get a screw blower on top of an LS. I don't know if it's been done. I'm gonna start looking it up and see. I know they've ran some roots blowers out there, but I want to know if someone has put a screw blower on top of an LS. We would have to get a custom intake made and all that, but I want to do it. So we got a lot of things coming, I'm not gonna lie. And dude, this has been so fun for me, and being able to just learn and be able to bring y'all along with it. Y'all are absolutely killing it on the channel with this content, and that's exciting enough for me. It wants me to even want to do more, and that's the reason why I said, you know what, I found a deal for this setup, and I went ahead and purchased it. I'll let you know, guys, we got this thing for $6,500. We paid $6,500 for it. We are gonna have to put a motor and tranny and stuff in it, wire it up. But I wanna do another budget build, and I just want to have fun with it, man. That's the biggest thing that we got going on right now, is just having fun. We stress out enough on the other style of racing that we do, and doing this stuff is completely fun. And then we got Jesse's Mustang back there. We're gonna end up doing something for that thing. He doesn't know about it yet, but we got some things in the works, and we're gonna do something for him and for that thing. But we got him a suit. It's on order. Once he gets it in, I told him as long as he's got his safety equipment, we'll go out and make rips. We were just getting cars ready, getting geared up to get ready for our first race coming up with the extreme cars. And after that, it'll kind of lie down a little bit, and we'll be able to get it out there. But I'm excited to see what Jesse does in the car, because he's been talking a bunch of smack. I can't wait to cut a light and do a burnout. He's never been in nothing. He's never drove nothing like that. I mean, he's driven on the street, but that's about it. So I'm excited for that. The good thing is we can take Blue Chew, just drive it down to Bradenton Motorsports Park, make a couple rips, and then be back out of there, be back at the shop. So we're gonna do all that. But we're gonna get out of here. We have to go test today. We got both cars fired up. Prenup's running good, Todd's car's running good, and so is the Pro Mod. This will be the first time that I am making a pass in the Pro Mod on 275s, and also with the new color wrap. So if you want to follow along, make sure you subscribe to the channel, turn that bell notification on, and let's just keep growing this deal, man. This is an awesome deal, and I can't thank y'all enough for allowing us to be able to bring the content to y'all. So drop a comment down below. which one do you think we should focus on the most for making the changes to Blue Chew? And also comment down below, which combo do you think we should put in the new Cutlass? I'll see y'all later, guys. Thank you.